I'm Austin Petersen, and I'm seeking the nomination of the Libertarian Party for President of the United States.
I'm the anti-establishment candidate in this anti-establishment party.
The promise of the American dream is freedom. Our forefathers brought forth onto this continent a new nation conceived in liberty.
My fellow Americans, you and I have a rendezvous with destiny. The role of government is to protect our liberty, not our security. That's what the Second Amendment is for.
My father taught me that the Second Amendment guarantees all the others.
The president should always obey the Constitution, and if I'm commander-in-chief, I promise to only go to war if it's constitutional and to obey the law. We need to force Congress to live within their means. If the American people have to balance their checkbook, so should Congress. They had no right to take it from us in the first place. The United States should not be in the business of charity. You are not charitable because you put a gun to someone else's head and you force them to be charitable. Government doesn't love us. Well, I'll tell you, the first thing that I would do is I would obey the Constitution and respect the Fourth Amendment rights of American citizens. I trust the Constitution. I trust Thomas Jefferson. I trust the founders. I believe that if we follow the law, that we can protect ourselves and secure our liberties at the same time. Should a Jewish baker be required to bake a Nazi wedding cake? You have to allow the marketplace to work. The government cannot stamp out bigotry. The government is not supposed to make us into better people. That's not what the United States was founded on. It's not the job of the government to protect us from these things. All humans deserve the same right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and we should find every opportunity we can to save lives. Liberty is the opposite of license. We have got to get rid of the occupational licensing in this country. Why do you need a license to braid hair? The government has got to get out of the way. Don't you think that King George would have declared the colonists to be mentally ill? It's the government that sets the standard. The government has no right to take away our form of self-defense. It is an individual right to bear arms. We, the people, are the militia, and we should have every right to defend ourselves. I would overturn the National Firearms Act so fast your head would spin. But the Second Amendment was not for hunting. The Second Amendment was to shoot at tyrants if the government becomes tyrannical.
Talking about don't limit the caliber of the...
Don't act so crazy, we might take your guns, Governor. Who do you think should be restricted in terms of owning guns?
I don't.
The EPA are a bunch of unelected bureaucrats with assault rifles. You know, I always say I don't believe in gun control, but I do think that we need to control the government's uses of guns. We've got to disarm the feds. What is the federal government going to do to force China and India to come to the table? That's the question. Why do we have to crack down on the Americans? Why is it always we have to tax Americans? We've spent $1 trillion on a no-win war on drugs. One of Nixon's aides just came out recently and said that the war on drugs was meant to crack down on hippies and black people. It's ridiculous. We've got to stop this. If you guys want to have a more secure border, then you've got to end the war on drugs. We will be a safer, freer nation. This year we must decide if we are going to nominate a candidate who represents the future of our movement, or if we are content with stagnation. Now, I might just seem like an energetic youth, but in 1 Timothy it says, don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, but set an example for believers in speech, conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. On July 4, 1776, Thomas Jefferson was 33 years old. James Madison was 25 years old. The Marquis de Lafayette was 18, and Alexander Hamilton was 18. It was young men that founded this country, and young people will restore it. Young people will take our country back. I believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all individuals, regardless of age, race, faith, non-faith, or sexuality. We're all made of the same star stuff, people, and we're all endowed with the same individual rights. May the light of liberty shine on all of humanity forever, and especially on my beloved United States of America.
I hope that you'll join me in my campaign to take over the government and leave everyone alone. To learn more about our campaign, please visit austinpetersen2016.com. You can donate or register to volunteer to help us win the nomination.